All right. We are back here at Song of the Day, coming to you from the Rock Cave. I'm your host, Mark Pierce. It is Wednesday, Wanderlust Wednesday. Here in the cave, we are back at it again. What are we talking about today? First, when we did that last episode before our little break, I told a little bit of a story about a Wanderlust Wednesday that's been vexing me, and is still vexing me to this day. I have this soundtrack that I've been listening to since the late 80s. It's totally obscure, apparently, because you can't find it on YouTube in its entirety. You can find some versions of some songs, but it's just like nowhere to be found. And I have the CD, and I burned it all to audio files, and I tried to upload it to YouTube, and they keep flagging it, and they won't post it at all. So I just can't figure out how to share it with you guys. I don't know. I'm still working on that. It's driving me bonkers. And who knows? Maybe you guys wouldn't like a single song on there, but I feel like I need to figure this out. Just do. All right. Any suggestions, let me know. But that's what I'm working on. But what are we talking about today? Well, we're doing something new. We're talking something brand new, essentially, compared to the things that we normally do around here. We're talking about the band Wet Leg. You guys listening to Wet Leg? Seems like they were all over either YouTube or I don't know how they ended up in my feed. But they're a pretty hot ticket right now. They are a British indie rock band formed at the Isle of Wight College in 2019. I mean, they went to Isle of Wight College, and maybe they were formed in the Isle of Wight. Isle of Wight came up yesterday with Free playing in front of 600,000 people. How about that? But these are two friends, Ray Teasdale and Hester Chambers, and they were friends for like 10 years before they decided to like make music. And I read one article that said they were on top of a Ferris wheel when they made that decision. But by all accounts, when you look at interviews with them, they're like, we did not think anyone would hear any of our songs. Like, we recorded these for fun. It was a kind of a joke. We didn't think this would go anywhere, and we're kind of just a little bit in shock. And then you look at their interviews, and sometimes they look like they're just a little uncomfortable in their own skin. Their debut single, Chaise Longue. You want to say chaise lounge when you see it quickly, and it's not lounge, it's Longue. A viral hit. That's what really kicked it off. So much so that they just, after a bunch of singles first started out, and they just kept churning them out and churning videos out there. They got picked up with a label, and they were like, basically, let's put out a record, which they just did. April 8th, 2022. How about that? And it's just hard to describe this. This is definitely indie rock, post-punk revival. We're talking the Breeders, the Strokes, Blur, Elastica, a little Meg White drums, kind of a feel in there somewhere. That kind of stuff. Franz Ferdinand. All those things, right? Like that's where we're talking about here. So a lot of self-deprecating lyrics, a lot of silly lyrics, a lot of lyrics that just really just either are sophomoric or just, not a lot. Anyway, the lyrics, you read a lot about the lyrics and how, but again, they didn't think anyone was going to hear it. They were just making this music for fun, but it turns out the music's got some groove to it, some drums. Her voice is captivating in many of these songs. So you can look past some of the silliness of it. And then a lot of it is these videos that they make. The videos that they make are captivating. They're beautifully shot. They're in different locations. They're wearing funky outfits. One of them they're in a cornfield and they're wearing lobster claws. Another one they're in bathrobes and they're just like shuffling around the city, a parking garage, walking slowly around. There's something about it. And then of course there is a lot of cheeky material, shall we say, in their lyrics too, which might grab some people's attention. But there's a lot of good stuff here to listen to. That hit that I just told you about has 4.5 million views on YouTube. You got the classic Your Mum, also Wet Dream, Angelica, Too Late Now, Oh No. They do a remake of Talking Heads' Psycho Killer. I think they do there's a recording them with Remake of Material Girl out there too. So I don't know. I'm a little interested. I bet you they'd be fun to see live. That'd be pretty cool. I hope they come around and see them. Some of the music on here just doesn't make the cut. Some of their slower songs or some of the stuff kind of slogs around. But I mean, that's a debut record, and as it's to their point, they didn't think anyone was going to listen to this stuff. They were just making music. So it's pretty incredible the amount of good music that there is on here. So if you want some throwback to indie rock back in the 90s, early mid-90s, this is the band for you. I'm going to post a bunch of these videos below. You're going to give it a listen. Did you already know about Wet Leg? Tell me. And apparently Wet Leg is a term they use in the Isle of Wight for people who come from off that area and they get on a boat or whatever, and then they get their legs wet getting off the boat onto the land or something like that. Anyway, Wet Leg, that is your group for Wanderlust Wednesday. Check them out. Tell me what you think. Hope whatever you're doing today involves music, and as usual, I'll catch you on the flip side.
Is your mother worried? Would you like us to assign someone to worry your mother?